What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got another Toro in, and it's got an issue with the electronic park brake. Wouldn't you know it? So happy that the new generation Toro actually got rid of the stupid electronic park brake. So yeah, if you have, I believe, 23 and up or 24 in your Toro, you don't have to worry about the stupid electronic park brake. But this one have it, and yeah, I turned the ignition on and it'll engage it because I manually disengaged it. So it's supposed to disengage when you pull one of the levers and you have the ignition on. But this one, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to do that. It just wants to keep the brake engaged and you cannot take off. You can start the mower, but you cannot move because the brake is on, so you're just going to burn up the pumps. And today's video, I'm going to show you how to pull the control box off, which is in a really crappy spot. It's actually mounted under this piece of the frame. So you can see there's a little plastic cover here that covers the wiring plug. But yeah, it's not a fun job, but it's not a huge deal to take off. So let me get some tools and we'll jump into it, pull the box out and see what exactly is going on. And if you like my content and you want to support my channel, you can do that for free by giving me a like, dropping a comment down below, and subscribing to the channel. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Alright, so for the purpose of making the video, I jacked it up way up high, but you don't need to jack up the mower this high. So you can even do this on the ground, honestly. But let me see if I can get a better angle. So yeah, the belt is in the way. You know what, I'm just going to pop the belt off. So let me my other hand. Alright, get the deck belt out of the way. And now you have a clear view of your brake module, which is right here. And to remove it, these are the linkages, so they go right here to each side. And these are your brakes right here, so they just engage on these teeth, on these little sprockets on your hydro pumps. But anyway, to remove these, you have these little pins and just pull those out. There's a washer, pull that out, and you just slide the linkage and you can just leave it hanging down here for the time being. So we're doing this first, and then we're gonna go on top to actually remove it. So there's 4 Phillips head screws, if I remember correctly. I haven't pulled one of these in a while, but there should be 4 Phillips heads screws going from the top through the frame, screwing into this. But to get one of them is hidden, so this one right here is hidden by the cover for the plug, for the wiring plug. So that's why there's a 10mm right here on the top that you have to get first, so you can get to this hidden 4th Phillips head screw. So now that we got the bottom disconnected, let's jump up top and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so let me switch the light. And by the way, if you want to get one of these handy dandy work lights by Olight, shameless plug here, even though I'm not sponsored, but I really like this work light. I'm gonna drop a link down below and maybe I'll get some commission on the sales. But yeah, let me see if I can get the light. So you have to go through these holes and you can see there's the 10mm or 3/8 or whatever, but there's the bolt that you have to take off, and this will allow you to remove this plastic cover right here that I'm shining at. So let me get that off. So here's the other 2 Phillips head screws. There is the 3rd one that you have to go again through one of these holes through the frame to get to it. And like I said, the other one is going to be through this hole, but right now you can't see it because we need to remove the plastic cover. So let me get that and I'll show you exactly what to do next. Okay, so there's a perfect view of the bolt that we're going to be removing. And that's off. Let's see if I can get the cover off now. Probably best to get a magnet, but I don't feel like getting the magnet right now. So if the bolt falls down, oh well. Okay, so you have to lift. Let me see if I can get a good picture. So you have this little piece right here that you see. This is how it goes into the frame. So you need to push it this way. Why is keeps want to go out of focus? So push it this way, then lift, and then slide it back this way again to remove it. So there you go. This is the cover, and that's probably the biggest pain in the butt trying to get this thing off. But yeah, because of this piece, the way it goes down into the frame, and you need to turn it, but you have no room because this panel is in the way. So anyway, it's out now. There's the plug. Very stupid design. You can see how much crud is collected, all the dust, all the dirt, and this dirt gets wet if you're keeping your machine out in the element. Well, this is just going to keep that moisture right there on the plug and help corrode the connections even faster. So yeah, let me unplug it. You can now see the last hidden screw, which is holding the module. So let me get the screwdriver and pop this sucker off, clean the connections, and hopefully we'll be able to save it by just putting some electric cleaner on this. Let's get the plug disconnected first. Oh yeah, look at this beauty. Yeah, I gotta get a close-up of this one. Yeah, isn't this beautiful? Look at this, what I tell you. All this green stuff, nice and corroded. So yeah, and I can even see moisture. I can even see water. I don't know if you can see my finger when I touched it. It's still wet. And this machine haven't been in the element. It's been sitting in the garage waiting for me. You can actually see the moisture right there inside the plug, and this thing decides to focus. But yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to save it, because sometimes I've seen the corrosion so bad that it'll actually burn off the pins from the actual control box, and then it's no saving that. You just have to replace it. But let's pull this one out and clean up all the connections and see if this thing will start working again. So these are the screws, and it's a good thing to have something underneath so it doesn't just drop on the ground. Or if you can wiggle your hand in between the panels and hold it when you take the last screw. But let's see if I'm gonna be able to hold it. Yeah, I'm actually able to fit my hand through here and just hold it so it don't drop. Last screw out, and voila. Look at this beauty. Look at this garbage everywhere and all the corrosion. Here's a close-up of all the corrosion inside, and looks like we didn't lose any pins. So I'm gonna clean this up and hopefully it still works. We're gonna blow some compressed air to get all the moisture out of the plug, and then we're gonna spray some cleaner. And I disconnected the battery, so I don't want to be shorting any of the pins inside the plug when I actually start cleaning it with a little brush. Wow, you can see how much moisture just came out. I got the plug nice and clean. We're going to put some electric grease on there, and then we're going to plug it in and test it. Okay, we got it plugged in. I got the terminal on the battery back connected. So, and it looks like it's working. So I got ignition on, pull one of the levers in, and there you go. So back in business. All it took, well, if you took your machine to the shop, they would have just told you you gotta replace the brake module. And yeah, so if you want to save you some money, do what I did. Pull it apart. If there's moisture built up in there, corrosion, clean it up, and you might get lucky and not have to replace the part, because last time I checked they were close to $100. So yeah guys, we got another mower fixed and ready to go back in service. As always guys, thank you for watching, supporting my channel. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and stay safe, be blessed. See you on the next video.